We just had the Liberty Cup 3 Round 3 races. Let's see the results. Welcome everybody. This is the Liberty Cup Round 3, and we have here in the finals here, we have Chris 2 in lane 1, Marcella 2 in lane 2, Cyril 1 in lane 3. These are the finalists for box stock, and we're going to see who wins, who reigns supreme. Let's get ready. All right, we have here the finals for Toon Class. We have in lane 1, Chris. Yes, Chris won. We have here lane 2, Evan. And we have here in lane 3, Evan. This is for first, second, and third Toon Class finals. Let's begin.
All right.
Start with your cars.
Yeah.
Go ahead. This is the finals for open class, and we have in lane 1, Evan. Evan's got this cool looking car with the blue chassis. We have in lane 2, Chris. Chris has got this cool looking car, which is a chassis with a carbon top. And we have in lane 3, Will. Yes, with the MMA chassis. Good luck, everybody.
Let's go, Joe.
Get a prize.
Let's go.
So again, stellar competition. Unfortunately, sadly, I did not prevail. I did not get into the finals in any of box stock, tune class, or open class, but I got real close, and that was pretty cool. So in box stock, I raced these two cars here. This is my old Brocken Gigant and my Thundershot. So this is an AR chassis Thundershot with big wheels, and it did fairly well in competition. So yeah, I think the final result was like it coursed out on a very necessary race that it should have won, and this thing hardly ever courses out, so it's like kind of weird. This was cool. I really wanted this to win because it's like I never really raced big wheel cars for box stock, and so this was pretty cool. Like the very first time I raced box stock, I did have a big wheel car, but like now I've gone for a full circle. I've gone through like all the mock frames out there. I've gone through all the VZ chassis cars out there, and then decided, hey, let's just race this. AR chassis, big wheels, pretty darn cool. But unfortunately, couldn't get me to the promised land. This one here, Brocken Gigant, FMA chassis, yeah, this one was a little slow, and yeah, it was like fast enough, I think. It was definitely stable, but it was certainly not the fastest car, and unfortunately, couldn't win with this one, no. There were cars that were like really, really lightning fast in the races. And so, yeah, we had Chris, we had Evan, we had John, we had Will, we had Ken, we had April, myself, we had Marcelo, and Cyril. And yeah, we were all having loads of fun on this track. You can see the track right here. So cool. It's a devastatingly awesome track. It is deceptively simple. You might think that, oh yeah, my car can finish that in 3 laps with no problems. But what about laps 4 to 6? Whoa, your car just gets faster and faster and faster and has to stay on the track. And that's the challenge. So yeah, your car might be great, might be stable first 3 laps, but 4 to 6, chances are it's going to hit something or course out. Yeah, you never know. It's that challenging. And I've got all these little puzzles in the track to try to overcome. Pretty darn cool. When you take a look at it, right smack in the center of the track, there's that little jump right there. If you hit the jump too fast, you're going to hit the overpass. Ooh. And then there's, towards the bottom there, you see there's a little tabletop right there. FMA chassis cars will probably fly off the track with stability problems. That's just how it goes. Like if you've got a mock frame, chances are it's going to just fly off the track if you're a box stock. Then you've got MA cars, and they are lightning fast on this track, but they have a tendency to corkscrew on the upper left right there where the crash box is. Yeah, so the crash box was on the upper left, and anybody that hit the crash box got the prize for that class of event. Yeah, pretty darn cool. So yeah, you get a prize for hitting the crash box, for crashing your car out. Yeah, very cool. And there are other little puzzles galore. For example, going up the incline, you might go a little too fast, you might just course right out. Yeah. So yeah, all these thrills and chills. It's a totally fun track. Yeah, I'm glad that I designed it the way that I did. I was going to make it more of a speed track, but then I was thinking, no, you have to add some technical things to it. Yeah, pretty darn cool. So in box stock, the winner of gold was Chris, and the winner of silver was Marcelo, and the winner of bronze was Cyril. So you'll see right here the winners of box stock. Yay! Now for tune class, I entered these 2 cars, and they were plenty fast too. It's just that this would like course out, flip over, and ram into the jump right there, and I saw that happen once, and then another time this just flipped out, and a third time was just beaten by a faster car. Yeah, so this one though, this one was like, I was kind of hoping that it would win because it's another big wheel car, and this is a car that I patterned after some of legendary racer Latif's cars. His MA chassis cars are legendary at Hobbytown, and so I decided, hey, I'm going to make a car just like yours. Not exactly like yours, but just like yours with the same kind of footprint with the Nitrage. He was always very successful with those, and I decided, let's build a car based on the Nitrage. Pretty darn cool. And so I just made this heavy like a tank, and it stayed on the track and was very stable. And yeah, in the very end, for whatever reason, it just didn't make it to the promised land. Ooh, that's it's a shame. It's like in the final runs where it really counts, like I can get up to those quarterfinals, semifinals, and then suddenly I just course out at the very end. It's just ill luck. I don't know why. But, oh well, that's the way the ball bounces. Other people had much better luck with their cars. Yeah, just because you're fast doesn't mean that you're going to always win. So sometimes a slower, more steady car wins the race. Yes, and we've seen that happen several times during this night.
This is so cool. We had Liberty Cup 3, round 3 cars. So many cars in each category. So cool. Stellar competition. So, tune class, we had Chris, the winner of gold. We had Evan, winner of silver and bronze. So you'll see pictures right here. Marcelo's in one of the pictures for Evan. So yeah, pretty darn cool. And then we had open class. Now, open class, we didn't have a lot of cars in open class, but the level of competition was fierce. So I had 2 cars in open class, and unfortunately neither of them got to the promised land. But this one, like I really wanted this one to win. This one I kind of like lowered the engine totally to a light dash motor. It's a yellow light dash motor. And yeah, it was smooth. Not powerful, but it was so smooth. And with its smoothness, it was lightning fast. Unfortunately, it just didn't make it. Like, Evan's cars were faster. Yeah, and Joe's car, Chris was racing Joe's car, that was faster too, and that was like awesome. So yeah, this is a pretty spiffy, speedy car, but on this track, Evan's and Joe's were just a little bit faster. Chris's car was just a little bit faster. Yeah, pretty darn cool. So this was my second choice, and this one was an FMA chassis with all of the little custom things like this is my spring pivot, so it acts just like a mushroom pivot rear end. Pretty cool. Like, there's nothing wrong with this. It's just a little more springy than usual, but it behaves in the same way as all of the mushroom cap rear pivot cars out there. And it's got the DXN pivot in the front, FMA chassis, pretty cool, pretty fast. Really meant for long jumps rather than what we have here on this track, but because of the deprecated motor, it doesn't go as fast as it should. It's got a hyper dash motor in there, so this was going like slower than this light dash car here. But alas, it wasn't meant to be because Evan's cars are faster, Chris's car is faster. Yeah, Will's car is faster. Will used a prototype of mine, and it really paid off because that was like steady, and he had the right brakes on there, and it just stayed on the track, and it was super fast. And let me tell you, that prototype car was so cool. The cool thing about the prototype car is it only weighs 104 grams, and it's made to be as light as possible. It is meant to be like one of those MS suspension chassis killer type cars, right? So it was meant to be fast, so lightning fast. We're talking about FMA chassis with all of the custom things in the back. On the back, I had a Katana pivot. Whoa, my Katana pivot, so cool. And in the front, we had the usual DXN pivot, so cool. And we also had body damper, very light body damper, with a very small body cowl, and the whole thing weighed so little. It is so fast. It was something to be reckoned with. But alas, Evan and Chris were faster. So for open class, we had as the winners, Evan was gold, Chris was silver, and Will was bronze. Very cool. We all had a fantastic time. There were fantastic prizes. Look at the prize table. This is better than a lot of races out there. So we had stuffed animals, we had car kits, we had parts, we had little Lego sets, imitation Lego sets, but they're Lego nonetheless, like maze runs, for example. We had DC Comics characters, little action figures, and they are pretty valuable characters too. They're like collector's items. And yeah, of course the trophies, and lots of cool stuff, lots of donation type things too, like Ken and Evan donated some carbon plates, and Will donated a motor for the open class. Yeah, very cool. So everybody had a great time. We spent a fair number of time doing this. So we opened the whole place 12:30. 12:30 was when everything started, and it was about like 7:30 that we finally finished. So yeah, all 3 classes. So fun, so cool. So we do this every month. We used to do this every month a couple of years ago, and then for whatever reason things stopped, and now we're trying to bring it back again. So every 3rd Sunday, if you want to race, if you're in the Philadelphia area on a Sunday, 12:30 to about 7 or so, please come to my races. Now you have to RSVP at my page. So you first have to basically request that you want to join our group, Philly Mini 4-Wheel Drive Racing, and I'll be glad to add you on. And just RSVP whenever we have a new event coming up, and then I'll give you some details about like how to get to my place, where to park, things like that. And the cool thing is I'll give you the track layout beforehand so you can study the track and make adjustments on your own, and bring your awesome cars, and we'll race box, tuned, and open. Pretty cool, yeah. So everybody, if you like this video, please slam the like button, subscribe to my channel. You'll see more videos just like this one. Until next time, everybody, see you. Bye.